One day, I received a notification as a text message, and I saw $10,000 got credited to my account. And I don't know, I really didn't have any idea how to react. But yes, I just said, "Yay, I have received something," without realizing what was that all about. Why did I receive it? And then suddenly, I heard that my wife is calling me. "Hey, wake up." So it was a dream, not a reality. I'm sure you guys have dreamt something like this before. Maybe, I do not know how many of you, but someday, sometimes like this, maybe, right? Now, why? Why do we dream something like that? Some unexpected things to happen. Now, the similar incident, if we see in a movie, and then after watching that movie, our brain will start thinking about it. And we will probably think that, oh my gosh, I wish I could experience something like this in my real life. And then maybe sometimes we dream something like that. So it's movies, because movies are audio visual. So we can listen, we can see, and then we can dream. But do you think movies are reality? Most of the people, somehow or the other, create some imagination after watching a movie. Now why? Because of characters. And good actors are playing all those characters to portray so that it becomes reality. Maybe a virtual reality, but it affects in our brain. But do we ever realize that once we watch a movie, are we really watching the character, or are we watching those actors? Now why? Because our brain is not able to manage and understand the reality? No. When we see something and then we start thinking about it, and then my brain starts accepting it as a reality. So same thing happens when a movie is there. We see characters, but we demonstrate those characters by those actors. So if we see a great actor is playing a certain role, then we start visualizing that particular actor is a great person because that person is playing that particular role. So we start assuming, thinking about a person's character, seeing the character the person is playing. He is just an actor, or she is just an actor playing a role. But the way the person is playing it, it seems to be a reality. And then we start thinking about that particular person in real, and we also accept that particular person as that character. But that's not reality. We do not think about director most of the time. All those actors, whoever is there in that particular movie playing different characters, do we really think the way the person is saying, whatever they are saying, how the lights are coming into picture, the way that they are actually saying, the angle, camera, so all those things are monitored, managed by someone. So it's not what we are seeing. What we are seeing is actually the other person wants us to see, and that person is called a director. So the characters those actors are playing, those are not real. But even those characters, maybe the person found it out maybe in reality, and that's the reason the person has written a script on the basis of that and portraying to a movie. That might be, maybe a documentary, whatever it is. So in this particular real world, we have to think like this, that why you are watching movie. You are not watching movie to find out who's the director. No, that's not correct. But on the other hand, you have to understand that the time you are spending to watch a movie, because somebody created something and somebody want you to watch that because they created it, or he created or she created it, right? It's typically a business. You know about movie biz, right? And they say that movie biz goes in a cycle. But anyways, whenever we see that, whenever we think about it, it's not feasible, or I wouldn't say it's really smart to try to create a character in our mind for those actors now. But the person who is actually making them saying all those words the way they are saying, that person is there behind the curtain. But we do not pay attention to that. How many of you still go and watch a movie because of a director? No, we don't. Most of the cases, we go by the actors. Who is there in the movie, right? This is the time to overcome that. This is the time to think about the content and why do you want to watch that movie. There can be several reasons behind it, right? It can be a stress buster. It can be an educational movie. It can be a documentary. It can be anything. But you have to find out the purpose, because not everyone is the audience of that movie. So yeah, right. It's not only about actors. Yes, actors do play a critical role in the movie. If you see a huge superstar in a movie, maybe we don't like to pay attention to the content, and we sometimes ignore. We just want to watch that particular star, right? But that's pretty normal, that's pretty common nowadays. But I think we have gone past that. We have to think about reality now. And we have to think about why we're watching it. So the why factor should be there. And I do not know what you people are thinking about, but I personally thought that this is the time to think about the reason behind every different activity that we are performing. And if we do not find out a reason, it's not that our brain will tell you all the time, or maybe someone is thinking, okay, I need to find out a reason. No, sometimes things are unreasonable. We do understand that. But whenever you're spending some time, investing time, think about it, why? Stress buster, absolutely fine, you deserve. But don't assume that's a reality, because on the basis of a movie, I have seen people took different steps and they thought that's a reality because it was portrayed in such a way. So the bottom line is, it's movies, it's a business, it's a boozy thing, right? And there's a director behind it who is actually making all those characters play the way he or she wants, right? But this time to get real. So watch it, but don't implement it unless you think there is an educational factor involved.